Doo-doo-doo. Today is August 23rd, and the Yankees just got swept in Oakland. They lost the first game, they lost the second game, and they lost the third game. It is a late night Talking Yanks recording session. Let's do it. Let's talk Yanks. Stop moving that other mic. What is going on, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to Talking Yanks. My name's John Boy. I'm coming to you from New Jersey, and I have my co-host Jake coming to you from Oklahoma. So if we have run into a little technical difficulties. I don't know if we're going to have good mic or dial up Oklahoma, Jake, but if we do, I apologize. Jake, how you doing? Very frustrating 5 minutes for us.
Yeah, frustrating 5 minutes, a frustrating couple games, Jim. I am live from Lake Eufaula in beautiful Oklahoma. It's everything has been a torrential downpour, literally and figuratively, at a lake in the middle of Oklahoma somewhere. It's just been lightning and thunder the whole time. The Yankees got wrecked this week. You played the music. I think that's important. I think that's important to the people because, there's some questions about that. The first time this year there were questions about that. But, I mean, what can you say? Is Oakland fiasco. Another one.
People were telling me that I was going to a no music episode, and I'm getting very frustrated with how quickly people are just running to, panic about the Yankees are, still 8 games up? I don't know. Whatever. We'll get way into that.
A lot.
We'll get way into that. Terrible series. The first time we ever did the no music on this was last season when they went and played 4 games against the Red Sox and lost all 4, thus eliminating us from being able to win the division. That's a no music episode. This ain't that.
Yeah.
This ain't that.
That's the real stuff.
Yeah, right? Put things in perspective. I had people DMing me saying, now we're only 8 games up, and we have to play the Dodgers. And then they get to play the Orioles. Okay, well, who gets to play games after that? And after that? And after that? And 8 games is a big fucking lead. So, there's a little sense of everything. This episode, Jake, before I get into it, because it's been very frustrating. This episode, this is the fun stuff. This is the happy stuff. This episode of Talking Yanks is brought to you by Matthew Malloy, Eminem, Joey Yankee Fan. I feel like we did him already. Jacqueline Gratzen. Yeah. Jacqueline spells it how my high school girlfriend spelled it. Jacqueline Gratzen.
Think that rhymes?
Jacqueline Gratzen. No?
I don't know.
How are you saying that it rhymes?
Jacqueline Gratzen. Okay, it doesn't rhyme, but I'm trying, man. It's been tough.
Dylan Powers? Dylan Powers that one into center field.
Yep.
John Sterling.
That rhymes too.
Richard Harris, Dick Hare, Maggie Hagen.
Okay.
What's up, Maggie?
Maggie's old friend.
Yeah. Rob Chiazza. I feel like I just said Rob a couple days ago, but good job, Rob. Welcome back. Bernadette Hedstrom. That's a great name. Bernadette Hedstrom. Haley Tasato. Nina Rosa. Nate Bubak. Wonder if that's Bubak's brother. Maybe dad. Maybe son.
A lot of active Twitter people here. I love it.
Rockin' Steve. Aaliyah Satakian. She said she was talking baseball too. She said I pronounced her name correctly. Thoron Gundala. Robert Hoffman, and Mange Face.
What was that last one again, Jim?
Mange Face. Just must be a moniker, you know. We all
And
got him.
Who are these people?
These are the most recent Patreon supporters. They help us out, $2 a month. They get early access, live access. The chat was 1 a.m. on a Friday night. The chat was waiting out our technical difficulties for like 20 minutes, just chatting amongst themselves. I was in there a little bit, but so thank you to them hanging out with us. You get a chance to win 2 jerseys each month via raffle, one via contest, and we appreciate it. But let's move on to the games that were, I guess. Injury updates are kind of fun. Boone said he fully expects Severino and Betances back in the middle of September.
Yeah, how crazy is that? When did we? A good point of the show would be the injury update. But here we are.
Yeah, they said that Severino, I think they're going to like use him as an opener. Like they're going to build him up in the majors. If he can throw 20 if he can go throw 20 to 40 good pitches, then why use those in the minors to build him up in the majors? That seems to be what they're going to do. Better than fucking Chance Adams and Nestor. Should be. We hope.
Yeah, and it's. I think it's kind of funny, Jim. Normally, the minor league games, you know, that's supposed to be your warm up. Work on your fastball today. Get better, kid. Again, with this giant lead we've built up, and our pitchers are so bad. Sevy's got to be better than them, anyways. But I mean, at this point in the season, if we are building towards the playoffs, why not regular season games and see what you got?
Yeah, your Oklahoma internet, I won't comment on it after this, but it's making you sound like you're having a conversation with yourself because there's gaps of like words that are getting cut out. And it's like you're responding to yourself before you finish the first sentence in my ear. It's very wild. It's very, very crazy. But yeah.
I hope those memorable episode. Maybe this will be her. I owe you to all the talk.
Okay, well, didn't get a word of that, but we'll move on, and it'll be great. I hope. I hope.
Yeah.
You know what? This is a frustrating day. The Yankees lost. I'm fucking done with the month of August. Least favorite month of the year. If I walk outside and it's above 80 degrees again, I'm just going to be so mad. It's so hot that my air conditionings can't even fight the heat, and I'm sick of it. And I want fall to be here, and I want the Yankees to be winning, and I want to do the next step of this company and my living situation. I was very frustrated today, and this is a good cap to all that frustration. You and your Bigfoot camera.
This is the bottom, man.
You and your...
This is the bottom.
It looks like the cameras that they record Bigfoot on. That's what I'm talking to you through.
Sucks.
You want to go into the burns?
Yeah, man. Let's burn it up, baby.
These burns could be wild with your internet connection. It's fitting that it's such a shitty series. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, baby. This is God.
Okay, here we go. On your mark. Game 1 in Oakland. On your mark. Get set. Burn!
Domingo on a West Coast Tuesday. Herman versus Homer Bailey's Creamy Beige as the Yanks start to drive their fans to drinking. Speaking of drinks, past the Kraken. Gary solo lead 1-0. Remember that? Nope. Matt Olson twins hits a 2-run Yabo, followed by he can. Solo Dolo 3-1 A's. A's stretch the lead double and a Steven Piscotty single. 6-1 A's. Dangles on a string. Aaron Judge pulls a bomb. Bucks lose game 1, 6-2.
6-2. Game 1 was Herman, right? I'm getting.
Yep.
Are we supposed to be really worried about Herman's road splits? This was the first time they kind of like where I was like, whoa, I didn't realize it was all that.
Yes, we are worried about.
Okay, that's not good. Why do you think all our pitchers pitch so badly on the road?
I don't know, man. It sucks.
Okay, it's a common answer. Oh,
Sucks, man.
yeah, this game, Homer Bailey, I said in our pregame show, Homer Bailey shut us down earlier this season, and he's put together a lot of good starts this year. And I was like, he's going to shut us down again or give us a good game, and he did. So I'm kind of sick of Homer Bailey, sick of the Coliseum, and this was a bad way to start it. And it was kind of like, yeah, if we were gonna beat the Coliseum Demons, we were gonna have to do it game one and really change the narrative right away. As soon as that happened, it was like, oh boy, Hap tomorrow. This ain't good.
And know what? I mean, bad games happen. That's baseball. But when the Judge Homer happened, it's like, okay, we broke something here, and then, well,
Say that last one again.
the Judge Homer happened. We were all excited, like that was a big thing, and then turns out no.
Turns out no. I mean, Judge had a series. We'll get into that later. Like, I still think that counts. Gary had a home run. That was nice. And a perk of this was Lasagna was able to finish it out with 2.2 without really needing to get pulled and save the bullpen, which could have been beneficial for the next two games. Turns out it wasn't, or maybe it kind of is, but that was like a perk of this game, is that Lasagna was able to finish it out, eat some innings, and not make us use a lot of arms. But other than that, it wasn't really anything.
Yeah, if you told us we could save the bullpen a little and Judge would pull a home run, you'd be like, boss.
Yeah.
But
yeah. You have any problems with this game other than that? Herman, was bad, and then he would look like he settled down. Same thing Paxton did in the stadium against the fucking, I don't know who it was against. Who did we just play? I can't remember. But it was bad, and then he settled down, and then out of nowhere, bad again. I was like, damn. The A's are a good team, so I'm not trying to discredit them. But that was, Herman was our guy. Herman, Hap, Tanaka. I was expecting big things out of Herman and Tanaka. Didn't get them. But
we got bullied this whole series by the A's.
This is the game where in the whole series, LeMahieu couldn't find an opening. He was hitting balls hard right at people nonstop.
Unreal. It's unreal.
All right, let's burn game 2. You ready for it?
I think so.
All right, here we go. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Jay, Jesus, what's happening versus Mark fires on the mountain as the Yanks try to put something together versus Oakland. Let's talk about it. Mikey T, RBI single, 1-0. Oh, God, Chris, 247. Davis, 2-run homer. Oh, God, Marcus Semien, 2-run homer. 5-1 A's again. Mikey T wants it, though. Sack, fly. Jim could never get any momentum. Piscotty solo shot, 6-2 A's. Yanks have some toughness in the 7th. Ford tough. The Mikes as Ford pulls 1 yard, and then Didi, a.k.a. a Didi double. It's 6-4, but Jim, the rallies fall short. Jeez, Hendricks looks so good. Yanks lose 6-4 final.
Hendricks looked phenomenal. And I think he was fired up about the wild card performance. He was really, really pumped up. Yankees made this one kind of a game after the bad Hap start. It was getting closer. They had so many chances. They had hits the whole time. But that Liam Hendriks performance was the most impressive thing from the series. I mean, he was throwing 100-mile-per-hour fastballs and working his slider off the same tunnel. It was... I don't want to see him later on. You there?
I mean, it was kind of insane. He looked unbelievable.
Yeah. Hap, just bad. Sucked that... this is the thing with Hap now. I just want Hap starts to come in games that won't upset me. Like, if we won game 1, and then I'd be like, all right, whatever, Hap lost. That's what... Hap was bad. That's what he did. If we win the first 2 games of a series and Hap's the third, then I'll be like, whatever, But when Hap starts come up in a game after 2 losses in a row, it's really gut punch. Because Hap's not part of the postseason. Something would have to go drastically wrong. So I'm not that invested in him being good anymore. But I don't want his starts to... When his start came around in that game, in the pregame show, I was like, damn it. That sucks. Because, dude, it's just very frustrating to watch Hap. The home run to Chris Davis, just 4 fastballs in a row to a fastball hitter. And then the next home run, he just kept shaking off Gary. They're on different pages. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like he only feels comfortable throwing his fastball, which is a problem because it's not good right now because he can't locate it, and they just hit home runs. And I don't want to put a lot of thought and brain power into worrying about Hap anymore. But if he pitches in games that I think are somewhat of like, we could really use a win here, that's going to suck.
Gary being on different pages, that was brutal. Whole thing sucked.
Whole thing sucked. Yeah, they asked Boone if they were going to take Hap's spot out of the rotation, which I get reporters, and we're friendly with all the beat reporters. They're really nice, but I get they have to ask questions, but like, is that even a question? Who would replace him? The opener? They're 8 games up. They're not trying to kill arms.
Yeah, I mean, Hap is just here to eat innings at this point. It sucks it's gotten to this point, but, I mean, it's the fact of it.
Yeah, so, I mean, he'll keep getting the ball. I mean, you could go Chad and Nestor, but Nestor hasn't been that great. Maybe when Sevy comes around, Hap will sit a couple, but I still think Hap's just going to get the ball, and then in the playoffs he won't get the ball, and that's kind of, unless things really do fall apart at the seams, like everyone's telling me, and then you're like, all right, Hap, you can't start. We need to win every fucking game, But until that happens, I'm not living in fear of that happening. We're fine. We have enough cushion to give Hap the ball and try to win a start.
Yeah, I think we were hopeful that we could watch season was done, but it's done. He's had an awful year. There's no coming back.
Oh yeah, I tweeted out something like "not Hap's year," just like a fun tongue-in-cheek way to say it, and people were like, "Wow, what an understatement! Just admit it. He's been bad." Like, we all know this. We all know he's been very bad. I can have a little fun and say, "Not Hap's year," because it's not his year, Jake. Not his year. Got anything on game 2? Anything you didn't like?
This whole series, man, it just felt like there was like never hope. There was never a ball in the gap. There was no hope. There was nothing that gets the team excited. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. House of Horrors. We're like 1-9 now. And that's a little spoiler for those that don't know. We'll burn game 3. Just get them out of the way. We're going to rifle through these games. All right, here we go. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Tanaka Tuesday on a Thursday, and boy, do the Yanks need it versus Hear Me Rourke. And it's a nightmare in the first. A's plate 3 could have been worse. Please make it stop. Nope. Chapman, not Araldis, RBI single, Piscotty. Yep. 5-0 A's. Mike series, dude. RBI single. Gleyber, hey, he hits a solo shot. Okay. 5-2. 9 Gleyber again. Multi-homer games. How about that? But it was a solo shot, Jim, and that would be it. Another Oakland disaster. Yanks get swept.
Yeah, I didn't really have any hope. Tanaka, Judge with the double in the first inning, was like, okay, maybe, and then nothing happened. Then Tanaka getting bounced around, not good. This was maybe the ugliest game of the three. Like, the defense was just all over the place. Errors, it kind of looked like, I don't know, it looked sloppy. The shift hurt. It was weird baseball, kind of. Tanaka could not adjust to the strike zone, which was super tight. There wasn't giving any balls off the play. I'm not using it as an excuse because Tanaka was pitched poorly and allowed 5 runs, but it was like he kept throwing the same pitch, his slider that usually clips the outside and gets the call, and he threw it like 7 times and just ball, and he couldn't make the. It was like he was waiting for the ump to give in before just making an adjustment. Eventually, he did make the adjustment, was able to give us 100 pitches and go 6 innings, which is good. That's like my one spin. We saved the bullpen. I would have loved for Britton to throw because now if they bring Britton in an important inning against the Dodgers, I think he's going to walk people. I'm pretty worried about that. But Tanaka grinds through. Gleyber with 2 home runs. But, like, again, just it felt like I'd never perked up, and I was like, here we go, something. There's Gleyber's solo shots, but they were like rallies. Sucked. Whole thing sucked.
Nails in the gap is the phrase I keep coming back to that sounds kind of lame, but there was never that juice. Never.
No, man. Sessa did good as well. It's like Sessa and Lasagna were shining pitchers from the series, which is bizarre.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good. Yeah, I don't know, man. You got anything on this game? I didn't like that they brought the infield in with 1 run in the first. Like, let them score 1 more run and turn and double play. Why the infield in 2 runs get scored on a ball?
It felt desperate.
It was the first inning. Like, it feels like you're telling the offense you're not getting anything done. Like, a 2 runs in the first dooms us. I didn't like that move.
That's what it felt like. It felt like they didn't themselves, and that move felt like they were looking for a spark and they couldn't find it.
Yeah. And then they did it again the next inning with the runner on third. And I don't know, man. It's like, are we practicing this? Is that what we're doing? Because Tanaka was giving up hard ground balls up the middle all game. So, play the defense for that? Because that's what happened. They brought the infield in both times, and it just went straight through.
Every little thing. Double play that was hit, and they threw it at Gary. That felt like a video game gone wrong. And then even bounce away from Gary, and Olsen takes so that they bring the infield in. Perfect double play instead of, 2 RBI singles?
Yeah. It was nuts. Everything was going not our way. No home runs. Someone said it's because the cold air. Ball wasn't traveling.
It wasn't cold for Gleyber.
Yeah, that one shot to right just kept going. How about Gleyber? Pretty nuts. I don't know, man. Chalk it up to a brutal series. House of Horrors. They need to, next year, I don't know what the schedule is for next year. I think they've released it. I'd love for the Oakland trip to be early. I'd love it to be April and not August, September.
And I was digging through those old Yankees teams, and a lot of those trips were really early, just like get it done and over with, never the rest of the season.
Yo, next year at Oakland, 3 games, the 5th series of the season, and then we don't have to worry about it the rest of the year. Wow. I mean, that's as much as I'll ever look forward to next year, but that's good news. There you go, everybody. Congrats.
Yeah, that's great news. Great news came from this episode.
We get the Coliseum out of the way. Hooray! Jake, let's just move it on to awards, and there's a very special sponsor for awards. You guys all saw the picture of the Yankees on the plane with their Savages button-up shirts. Those are made by a company called Roosevelt's, just like the president, but there's no vowels in it. It's RSVLTS. Most comfortable shirt you've ever worn. They're conversation starters. Judge wore the one with the Sandlot dude on it like last year or the year before. They're pretty awesome. They are sponsoring the show. They're sponsoring a lot of stuff at Jumbo Media. They reached out to us and said, I want in on what you guys are doing. So we're very happy to be partnering with Roosevelt's. If you go to rsvlts.com/Johnboy, it'll bring you to a special collection of all their baseball shirts, and you get 15% off your next order if you use that link. They have other shirts, not baseball shirts too. But yeah, so they're sponsoring the awards for now, and we're excited to have them. Roosevelt's.
We're getting some, right?
Yeah, we're getting some. I was going to make a polio joke, but I feel like that's in bad taste when I'm reading the sponsor.
Yeah, and it felt like they gave you guidelines and they specifically left out the polio stuff.
Yeah, they did. They also didn't say anything about marrying your...
Which was weird.
They didn't say anything about marrying your cousin or anything like that, but maybe they're more of Teddy Roosevelt fans. He is a badass. He's a badass.
Okay, we'll lean Teddy then.
I like FDR as well. So, both those presidents would look really good in one of these shirts. And if you want to look as good as how they would, just go to rsvlts.com/Johnboy. All right, cool. Let's do awards, Jake. The first award we do here on Talking Yanks is... That wasn't loud enough.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
And I'm just realizing that I have to go first, and I haven't given this an ounce of thought.
Yeah.
I apologize to everyone, but my pride of the Yankees is Gleyber Torres. He hit 500 on the series.
Nice.
He went 6 for 12 with 2 home runs and 2 RBIs. Those are all his home runs. And no walks, just 6 for 12. He looks good in his new glasses. He had a hit in every game. So Gleyber Torres is my pride of the Yankees. 500 batting average. Pretty good. Good job, Gleyber. You know what? 30 home runs. He's 22 years old, Jake. It's no joke. This kid's a stud.
He's going to be great for years, man. He's going to be he's going. It's not like, we've had a lot of stories in this year. Void, and that's probably going to be a cool memory. And all events that Gleyber Torres, he great. That's good.
That's good. So that's why he's pride of the Yankees. He's really good. Who's your pride of the Yankees?
Okay. Jim, my pride of the Yankees, it was a guy on the bus, but it was a dude who was fighting all series. I'm going Mike. Daddy,
wait,
he
hold
finished
on.
what?
Did you say Mike Tauchman or Mike Ford?
Talkman.
Wow. Crazy.
And we're in a series where there was no momentum, there was just no juice. I mean, Tom finished 4 for 6. He had the most RBIs on the team, 2. Kind of dribbler singles, but I mean, he hit it where they weren't, and he came into this slumping, Jim. So out of his slump, And I mean, if this was talking A's right now, they'd be like, well, that Mike Tauchman is pretty solid. I guess I get what they're talking. Guys are bums though.
A lot of his hits were good. They were like, well placed singles or up the middle and stuff like that. He had a hit in every game as well. Is he the only one?
Yeah, hit it where they ain't.
And he's all because Brett Gardner had a ingrown toenail and didn't play the first 2 games. You ever had an
How
ingrown
about
toenail?
that, Brett? Good job. Have you?
I don't know, maybe. I'm not positive on what that is. A toenail that grows in? Like, I feel like I had that.
I have what an ingrown toenail. No idea.
You have no idea? I think it's like.
Is it like?
I think it's when the side of your toenail kind of digs into your skin.
You got it.
Yeah. Right?
I guess.
All right. Okay, Jake. Let's move on to motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Uh,
No soundboard?
Sure.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Just. I don't. Is that mic working? Your recorder?
Like, not real brutal. This is...
Okay, yeah. I apologize to the listeners. I'm getting every other word, but it's good. Every other word's good, Jake. All right, here we go. My Yankee motherfucker is every pitcher. They all gave up 5 earned runs.
It's a combo for every pitcher.
Okay, so you and I will both do every pitcher?
It's just every pitcher.
So my motherfucker is Herman, Tanaka, Happ. And yours is the same. They all gave up 5 runs. 5 earned runs. It's not
5
good.
crew, yep.
Yeah, 555. Call me in Hollywood. That's my phone number. Damn,
Wow.
Man. Damn, that blows. Did you hear David Cohn say it was like the depth because there's so much more foul ground behind home plate or the foul ground, like the depth perception's off? I don't know. Just seems like they pitched bad.
Pitch better. Gotta pitch better.
Pretty frustrating. All right. Regular old awards?
Rawr.
Okay, regular old awards. My first regular old award is this is an oldie, but a goodie, Stepping Stone Award. Jake's favorite award of mine. Do you have a guess of who it goes to?
Wow. Ford? I don't know.
You're on like a solid 10-second delay. It's wild. All right. Not Ford. It goes to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge, huge stepping stone this series. He had the big home run that he fucking roped. He pulled it, and he had a lot of good contact. He had 3 hits in the series. The home run in game 1, 2 hits in game 3, like 4 pieces of good contact in game 3. I think the one strikeout versus Hendricks sucked, but Hendricks was looking nasty right there. But I think this was a good stepping stone award because it gets one step closer to a good direction for Judge. It's tough that the next step is going to be against Ryu and Kershaw, 2 of the best pitchers in the league right now. But I liked what I saw out of Judge this series. I thought his swing path and his approach looked better, and the contact was better.
He looked good, and I mean Hendricks looked dominant, and he gave him an at bat, which nobody else could do.
Yeah, that's true. But he was fouling off those fastballs.
Hey, 100 mile per hour.
Yeah. Okay. Who's who is your award?
My first award, Jim. Uh, uh, just like this podcast, how about the Brutal Award?
Who gets the brutal award?
It goes to DJ LeMahieu, dude. Have you seen a guy have an unluckier season? Guy was just hitting the ball on the screws, and it was at time every time.
Yeah, it sucked. His numbers don't look good, but his contact numbers and hard hit and all that stuff probably look just as good. He went 1 for 14 on the series, which you're not going to see a lot out of DJ LeMahieu. But he was hitting balls hard. He was poking them just in the very wrong place. It's a good award, Jake. It's as brutal as this connection. I don't know if I'm if I had all the time in the world, I could edit out these dramatic pauses for the podcast. But I don't think I'm going to do that because it's 2 a.m. already. But you're not hearing the pauses. But they're a good 20 seconds of dead air before you respond to me.
I'm getting those, but not as dramatic as it sounds on your end.
The chat.
So yeah, I don't know. You back and do.
The chat's Triton in the chat said this is how they communicated with astronauts on the moon.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, you might just have to put a preamble before this and be like, Jake sucks, the A's suck, kill me.
Oh, well, what is... Am I up? Okay, my next award is... my next award is the... not like that award. And it's twofold, Jake. The not like that
award.
Not like that. And it goes to Mike Ford, who his at-bats went a little different. Not like we're used to. And he tried to do the bang in the bat motion. And it's like, no, not like that, Mike. Not like that. That looks like you're masturbating. You can't do it on your knees hunched over.
Hey, Mike, you can't do that.
Mike, you look like a caveman who just found his penis for the first time. So you can't do that.
Buzz, you'll never do that again.
But he had a good series. He started hitting the ball hard. He had a home run, had a couple of hits. So good for Mike Ford. Just in time to sit because we're going to go to the National League, and he's not going to play. So good job. He had a .429 batting average. He went 3 for 7.
Pimp that one home.
Pimp that one homer, though. Yeah, for sure. What's your next award, Jake?
Jim, my final award is the... my final award is the awful award. And it continues to go to me, but it goes to Maben, dude. How bad did he look? My guy that I've been on all year, he looked so bad. That sucked.
When? Just at the plate? Or in the field? He went.
Dude, all of his at bats were well, he had that bobble, but his at bats were just struggle bus.
Yeah. All right. Cameron Maben, get it together. Now, I'd love to have a whole conversation about the Dodgers in this upcoming series, but I think we're going to have to table that, and this will be a shorter episode. And tune in to the pregame show tomorrow to get all our thoughts about this upcoming series before each game. It is on YouTube if you want the video, and it is also a separate podcast on whatever podcast app you listen to this one, the Talkin' Yanks pregame show, and we will be breaking down the pitchers, who we think is going to come out of the bullpen, homer draft predictions, and we also do the over-under of each game. We predict that and it'll be a lot of fun. We do apologize about the terrible connection. I don't know what the post is going to look like of this, but the Patreons in the chat, they got to witness something great.
I hope I can look back and laugh.
I'm already laughing. Meet me here. Okay, well, that ends the show. Thank you guys very much for listening. We will be back later to recap the Dodger series on Sunday night. If you're a Patreon and join live, Monday morning, it'll be on your app. Go Yanks. Tell 'em, Grams. We did it.
Yeah.
Chat's saying it was got their money's worth.
Well, if they got their money's worth.
All right, chat. You got any
I tried
questions?
recording on like an online recorder app at one point. I can send it to you, but
What do you mean an online recorder app?
I don't know. I typed in like online audio recorder because it was being bad. So I don't know. I tried recording like the second half of the show there. No
All right.
idea the quality or anything, but
I wonder if that made it delayed more. The delay was hilarious, Jake.
yeah.
It's really good. Someone in the chat said, I've never been more intrigued about Oklahoma's Wi-Fi situation. It's good stuff.
It's unbelievable, man. I emailed them. I asked. I got the new recorder cord. That didn't work. It was just... God.
Oh, wow. Hot take. The connection is fine. Jake's just wasted. He was on delay. Wow. The fucking...
I'm just hammered, man.
That is hilarious. All right. Well, I got some editing to do. So we'll see you later, patrons. Thanks for hanging out, sticking that one out with us. That was a lot of fun. See ya.